Hey guys, Iain here with the Old School Labs. So we have a bunch of very interesting topics for this video. Yet we are starting with Chris Bumstead and his physique update at 14 weeks out. He says hungry to earn that repeat. And I ain't going anywhere no time soon. Which is basically a message to Breon Ansley, who really wants to see Chris go somewhere else. Because Breon wants that title back, and he wants to win it over this year. And we're gonna talk about Breon, as you can see in the title and the thumbnail, but as for now, let's focus on Chris right here. So based on this photo, I mean, he's not looking nowhere near shredded, but he has 14 weeks, and this guy knows what he's doing. Obviously, I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that he will be conditioned enough. Is that gonna be conditioned enough to win again? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that, yeah. Like if everything goes well, if his prep goes fine, if his kidneys don't flare up, that immune system disease that he has, that kidney issue, if that doesn't happen to stop him, yeah, I think he's gonna win another title, another Classic Physique Mr. Olympia title. Let's wait and see in 14 weeks. Breon is definitely aware of the chances of Chris repeating, and that's why he's not taking it easy. He's taking this prep very seriously. He's training super hard. I mean, how much weight is this? He's really training hard this time around, and he wants that title back, which is amazing. I love it. Although he might be wanting it a little bit too much, that he can't control his ego. So what he did is he made a video, like almost 30-minute long video, response to Nick's strength and power. I would love to play you a little part of it, but he deleted it. He deleted it before I started making this video, so I didn't download it. I can't show it to you, but he made a response video in which he contradicts himself, as Nick says in his video, by saying that Nick's opinion is irrelevant, that nobody listens to him, while Nick has almost 1 million subscribers, 1 million bodybuilding fans following his channel, and Breon making an entire video, a response to this guy. So there is that. I mean, you guys know that I had a little bit of back and forth with Nick. I was a little bit negative towards him, and he commented on one of our videos saying that we ripped off his channel, that we were copying him and stuff like that. And this is a topic for a different video, but in this situation, I mean, Nick is right. Nick is right. I have to admit it. Like, his opinion does matter. I mean, he's the pretty much the voice of bodybuilding. He has the strongest media outlet right now. Almost 1 million subscribers, guys, and he has been pushing it really hard lately. It's hard for me to keep up. He makes a lot of videos. He's really working hard. He's probably super motivated to reach that 1 million subscriber milestone, which is coming soon, I'm sure. So after everything is said and done, after all the differences that I have with Nick, I do respect the guy. I definitely do respect Nick, and I get that bodybuilders, pro bodybuilders, are kind of a little bit envious of him because he's in a, let's call it, comfort zone, and he's still getting paid probably way more than these guys, these pro bodybuilders. But I mean, nobody's forcing them to do bodybuilding. If they want, they can become YouTubers for sure. I don't think Nick is super talented for this or anything. He just worked super hard, and that's something you gotta respect. I do for sure. So Breon got pissed off because Nick pretty much said that Chris is going to win again, and which is something I also said myself. And Nick actually watches my channel, this channel, because he knows that I said it, and he mentions that in his video. So let me show you.
I'm not the only one that's saying this. I've heard Dave Palumbo say the exact same thing, that he thinks that Breon won't beat Chris again. He thinks Chris will continue to win. I've seen videos on the YouTube channels of Breon's former supplement sponsors saying that Breon won't beat Chris again. I'm not the only one saying this.
Old School Labs is a former sponsor of Breon Ansley. I'm sure you guys knew this. By the way, there is no bad blood between Old School Labs and Breon. The contract ended, and that was pretty much it. I personally am a fan of Breon, for sure, of his physique as well, but I definitely do think that Chris is a better Classic Physique champion. I think he will win again this year, and I do understand Breon for getting pissed off. I mean, all these bodybuilders are, they all have huge egos, and that just comes with territory. If you want to be a champion, you kind of need to have an ego a little bit, and sometimes it lashes out. And this happened with Breon, and he ended up deleting the video, which is also understandable. He shouldn't have even made it in the first place. As far as Nick, I don't think Nick ever disrespected Breon or pretty much anybody else. He doesn't really disrespect anybody. He's always polite and respectful. What I didn't like about his response video, I mean, I liked everything pretty much about it. It was just a proper video. But in the end, he said, if you like my channel, if you agree with me, go to Breon's channel and comment over there. What was that? Order 66 or something like that? I didn't like that part, but everything else, you know, I get both of these guys, and I have respect for both of them, and I'll try not to take sides. But you guys, tell me, what do you think? Tell me down below in the comment section, because there is no video to comment on at Breon's channel. There is one at Nick's, but you can also comment here. Tell me, what do you think? In the meantime, Dexter Jackson is not in his hometown, Jacksonville. He went to LA, which is something he does every year before the Mr. Olympia, to train really hard, to isolate himself, and this is him training right now. He has the help of Brad Bro, and the last time he did a show with him, it was Tampa Pro last year, and it was a good showing of Dexter Jackson. And as you can see, he's motivated, he's focused. I can't wait to see him on stage once again. The edition of Dexter Jackson for 2018 Mr. Olympia was not a good edition. It was not good. It's not that he wasn't conditioned, he was in decent conditioning, but the main problem was the legs. He lost the leg fullness, and everybody thought that he was done. This is something that happens to older bodybuilders. Eventually they lose the leg size, the leg fullness. But however, Dexter is an exception to all the rules, and the next year, 2019, he came back with much improved quads. How did he do this? Well, he trained with Charles Glass for 2019 Tampa Pro. The year before, he trained with Chris Cycle Lewis. So apparently he didn't really click well with Chris, but he works just fine, just perfect with Charles Glass. And also he trained with Brad Bro as well. He used to connect him to those machines of his. I don't know what the hell that really is, but apparently it helped. So his legs were insane this time around. They were separated, they were big, they were full. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see an improved version of Dexter Jackson at 2020 Mr. Olympia. And I wouldn't be even too surprised if he won it. He won the Mr. Olympia again at the age of 51. 51, guys. I mean, he's still competing at 51, and this year Olympia is going to be an awesome lineup, and I'm sure Dexter is going to do just great. And that's going to be the last time we see him on Mr. Olympia stage. Unfortunately, he's retiring. I mean, fortunately for his health and for his longevity, but unfortunately for bodybuilding. Of course, we are losing an amazing bodybuilder, but I mean, I just wish him all the best. I want him to have a long life and to be happy for the rest of his life. He achieved what no bodybuilder ever achieved. So many wins, so many pro wins. I mean, such an amazing career. One of the best bodybuilders in the history of the world, for sure. Nick Walker, who turned pro recently, who finally turned pro. Everybody was just waiting for him to turn pro. He's now doing a pro debut, Chicago Pro. And he is 254 this morning, so that's morning weight. This guy is just as big as any pro bodybuilder, and now he's even conditioned. So people are actually talking about him winning the Chicago Pro, which is actually not impossible. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't do it. I mean, there are some poses in which his structure doesn't look so good, but there are some that he absolutely destroys, like this one. I mean, look at the size of those arms. Look at the conditioning and the graininess, the gnarliness. Just wow, an amazing physique, and I can't wait to see him compared to the pros, compared to the big guys, you know. That's going to be an amazing comparison. I don't know if he can win. We need to see him compared to the big guys first, but I don't see why not. I mean, we watched Hunter Labrada's photos before his pro debut, and it was pretty clear that he's going to be top 2 at least, and he won the show. So I mean, based on these photos and based on his previous showing, when he won his pro card, I mean, sure, you can make a conclusion that he can do pretty well against the pros. Let's wait and see, quite soon. Alright, for the end of this video, we have Iain Valliere showing us a video of his physique just prior to the New York Pro, which he won. He posted this one and so many other physique updates, basically showing us that he was in shape, and he received so much criticism from everybody, pretty much. People are saying that he didn't deserve that victory. In my eyes, in my opinion, based on what I saw, I absolutely think he deserved it. Who else deserved it more? Like, he wasn't perfect, he was a bit watery, for sure, but everybody else had bigger flaws than him. I think he absolutely deserved it. And I watched an interview of him with Fouad Abiad. I really enjoyed this video. I really enjoy listening to Iain because he's very, humble guy actually, and he's very rational. He's very relatable. So he ended up crying in this video. Why? Because of that sour sweet victory, because of the criticism, but mainly because of the criticism of Milos Sarcev. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a competitor myself, and I was coached by Milos for a few months, and he's also my fellow Serbian. He's Serbian just like myself. And we talked in person, we trained together. I mean, he trained me, and I have so much respect and admiration for Milos. He's one of my idols. He's an amazing person. I really love the guy, but when it came to this situation, I think he was in wrong a little bit. I mean, Max Charles is his client, this guy on the right here. And Milos basically said that he was, based on a couple of posts and interviews, he said that Max was kind of robbed, that he was better than Iain, that he had better conditioning. And there are some facts there. He had better conditioning through abs and through chest. As you can see, among other things, he reposted this video of Nick's Strength and Power, in which actually Nick says that Iain deserved the victory, but he just basically analyzed these two guys, why this happened, because some people felt that Max was robbed, and Iain didn't take this lightly. He really took it bad, so he ended up crying in this interview. Let me show you.
I personally am a very anxious person. I'm one of those people that wants everyone to like them, So when I see that, I want to defend myself and make them see what I see and what my fans see, it's like trying to convince an atheist of the existence of God. It's just like, it's an exercise in futility, and it's kind of pointless.
Can I say something too?
Of course.
I think I've been with Iain for the last couple days, and I didn't find him this affected until someone who he looks up to greatly and has for the last 5 years, someone who I didn't even know who this guy was, started doing this. And then it really started affecting him because I think he was shocked.
Are you talking about Milos?
Yes.
Yeah.
This man came up to us after the show and shook Iain's hand and said, "You look amazing. I have you taking this show." Very genuine, very sincere feeling interaction.
That he did that in real life?
Yes, I was standing right there.
Wow.
And then this happened yesterday, and everything changed.
Yeah.
And I saw my husband stop being able to basically even enjoy this. And I was like, you have a responsibility as someone that's an icon. I'm assuming he's an icon.
Yeah.
To conduct yourself in a way that is professional, polite, and supportive of other people. And that when that happened yesterday, I was actually so in shock because I couldn't believe it, especially after the interaction that we had with him backstage. I didn't believe it.
I mean, guys, look, I wasn't there. We weren't there, so if you weren't there, you cannot really be sure what happened. But based on the photos, I still have Iain looking much better here. I mean, yeah, Max has better abdomen, and he probably has smaller waist, better arms, a more defined chest. But then, take a look at downstairs, legs. That's something that he really was lagging. And also, this is the worst pose for Iain. So, let's even say that he beat him in this one, but that's pretty much it. He didn't really beat him in any other poses. This was also not a good pose for Iain. So I'm not gonna show you his strong poses like side tricep, side chest, most muscular. I'm gonna show you these two. So this one also not a good pose for Iain, but still I think he's beating him. I do believe that Iain deserved this victory, and I think Milos is, a little bit biased because his client is Max Charles, and if you are coached by Milos, he's gonna support you all the way, And this is also another way that he supported Max by, kind of giving him the victory or just comparing him to Iain, because he really did give him a lot of spotlight by doing that. He really did help him. So I can see the good attention from Milos, to help his client Max, and I'm sure he believes because he wants, that's what he believes in. He wants to see strong abs, good set of abs, and good conditioning. And Max was more conditioned, especially in the front, through the abs and the chest, but from the back he wasn't that conditioned. He really does lack detail and mass, and also the legs are not good enough. So overall, I think Iain definitely deserved this victory, and Max probably didn't deserve to be better than what he did. He was 4th or 5th. I think Justin Rodriguez was much better bodybuilder. I mean, from the front, yeah, his stomach is a bit of a mess, but from the back, he destroyed everyone, and that's why he took that second spot. So overall, yeah, Iain took this very much personally, and he didn't take it lightly. He cried, publicly, and I mean, he loves this sport so much that he's super passionate about it, and I do respect that. And I do respect what Milos did for his client, but, I'm sure he didn't really think that it's gonna, affect Iain so much. But it is what it is. Anyways, you can see it here, what happened, guys. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like this video. If you want to see more bodybuilding news like this, subscribe to this channel. All the best, guys, and keep it old school.